I have extremely high moral values. Not only because I was raised with these high values, but also when I lost traction, nature held me by the collar and dragged me back on the track, and often I didn't see it coming. Let me tell you a story that perfectly fits in this context. When I was in year 6, I noticed everyone evading their homework by telling this excuse, "Ma'am, I have done my homework but forgot my notebook at home." Every time I saw this excuse working, I had a wow feeling in my heart. Believe me, I was a very good student. But once I didn't do my homework and decided to use this excuse, I deliberately left my notebook at home. But when I was using this magical syntax, "Ma'am, I've done my homework but forgot my notebook at home," my innocent little sister came from nowhere and said, Ma'am, my brother forgot his notebook. Here it is." Wow, what an impressive timing. I didn't see her coming. I was caught fibbing. My teacher punished me with detention, and I was made to do all homework in recess. I got bad luck. I decided not to lie again, ever. But with time, I became complacent and my values diluted a bit. When I was in university, my friends and I planned to crash annual dinner of a prestigious college. Some pretty girls, 3-course meal, who would mind that? We were all smartly dressed and sneaked into the event. We felt so accomplished. When I was becoming amused of the whole surrounding and piling up a pyramid of food in my plate, I saw a tall, bald man with imperial mustache and angular eyebrows. He put his hand over my shoulder. I didn't see him coming. He was probably from the organizers. He looked more like an undertaker who just wanted to bury me there and then. He gave me a death stare and asked in his deep voice, "In which class are you?" Suddenly I froze. I was mumbling. I didn't have his answer. You wouldn't believe that in front of all those pretty girls, I was the only one escorted to the main gate and was kicked out. The irony was, all my friends were having fun and they gave me thumbs up on my way out. I felt so embarrassed. I took it to heart. At that moment, I renewed my oath again that I will always remain upright, because only morality in our actions can give beauty and dignity to life. But my vows have an unknown expiry date, and their intensity reduces with time. I constantly need to renew them, otherwise nature gives me a reminder by slapping the face or kicking me up the backside, and I don't see it coming. However, We all know that. To err is human, to forgive divine. One of my friends always pretends that he is friends with the manager of anywhere we go out to eat to get a discount. And it worked out for him every single time. Once I decided to use this hack. And surprisingly, it worked out for me as well. For the first time in my life, I thought that my unlucky days are over. I too can get away with some things. I was coming back to the parking lot with the feeling that I have conquered the world. But to my surprise, something bad happened. My car was hit in parking lot by an anonymous person and I didn't see it coming. Curses like chickens come home to roost. It struck me very hard. Nature has set very high moral standards for me. With best intentions, I calibrated my moral compass again, so that if I do good, I should feel good, and if I do bad, I should feel bad. Once my friend and I were coming back from Esperance. My friend was constantly insisting that I drive faster. Come on, mate. A little speed would be fun. These are just country roads and I don't see any cops around. Given my previous history, I knew karma would catch up with me. I didn't have guts to speed up. Ultimately, my friend swapped the seat and started driving the car at a rate of knots. I knew this would come back and bite me. Not much time passed. Our car was pulled over by a cop and we didn't see him coming. This costed my friend his driver's license. I wanted to give him thumbs up, but I was the only one sitting in that car and wanted to come back home. For the first time, I thought that sticking to the right thing indeed makes a difference. Sometimes harshness of nature brings us back on the track so that we remain righteous. I realized that consequences of the things I did when I was younger were not as great as when I grew older. That is why now, whenever I face any rebuttal, failure, challenge, or roadblock, the first thing I verify is whether my moral compass is right. When we cannot decide to go left or to go right, to stay or leave, to quit or press forward, our moral compass will help guide us through. It is what influences us to choose to do what we do and to behave the way we behave, and to prevent us saying, I didn't see it coming.